Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Kimberly and I have ADHD. So if you are like me, you struggled most of your life, all of your life, to find either a system that works, to find a product that works, to find a planner that works, to find really anything that keeps you on track that doesn't seem cumbersome. So what I wanted to go over with you guys today was this, which is basically part of what I'm creating, which, spoiler, it's going to be a planner made for ADHD individuals, made by someone who has ADHD, me. So I found that nothing really has been perfect. I found that a lot of things work, and I'm sure if you saw my last video that I had a flip through of my Happy Planner, and I've been using the Happy Planner on and off, gosh, since 2018. So I like the system, I like the disc-bound system, but what I am going to create and what I'm creating is going to be a customizable, completely customizable planner that I essentially make for you, and it gets sent right to you. So it's not gonna be an Etsy printable, it's not gonna be something that you just buy for, $2 and you just print it at home on your whatever copy paper. No, it's gonna be something very nice, and it's gonna be on, nice paper. It's going to be, which is actually this. And this is the 65 pound, this is a vellum mix paper. So if you have ADHD like me, you probably have some sort of sensory issues. So you don't like writing on, planner paper or printer paper that is completely smooth, completely slick. And I hate planners. I had one, and I'm just thinking of it right now. I hated it because it was printed on nothing that had any kind of like grit or like toothiness almost. So it was just slippery. It was like writing on an ice rink. So this is going to be on premium paper. So this is a 65 or 67 pound paper. And it has a nice pushback to it. So you really get that writing experience that you want when you're writing your planner. You want that kind of friction. That's the word I'm looking for. And so what I want to do is be able to make something that you design. So I'll go more in, like I said, more into detail about the actual, planner itself or the system itself. But this is going to be part of it. And this is going to be a budget pack that you can put into it that isn't too much or too complicated. And you can you'll be able to customize this too. So pretty much everything in it is going to be customizable. So you'll be able to customize, what I'm going to call the modules, the headers, the boxes, everything that kind of goes into a planner. Like, say this is a module, you'd be able to customize this. You want this here, you can put it here, or if you want anything like that. So I've just found that there's nothing that really works for me, and I've never been able to stick to a budget. And so, like I said, if you're like me, then and have ADHD, you probably, again, like ADD, I'm like, oh look, that pen's rolling away. So you can't find anything that really works for you. So I just made it, and I've been wanting to create something like this for a very long time. So and just FYI, it's not gonna be just in this letter size. I'm also going to make it in a 4.5 by 7 inch, which is akin to the Happy Planner mini size. I'm gonna make it in 7 by 9.25, which is going to be like a classic size. And then I'm also gonna offer it in the full big size. So I was just going to go over kind of a quick budgeting with you guys today. A lot of these numbers are just arbitrary numbers I'm throwing in here. Doesn't mean it's my budget, doesn't mean this is how much I make. I'm literally just throwing in numbers so you can see how it works. So some of the numbers are real, like my internet, it's actually $100. So you'll see that in here. And I figure that this will be a good way to kind of introduce you to what the layout is going to look like and what to expect for the planner itself. So this is the first page, and this is going to be the budget overview, and it's going to go through everything that you may need at a glance, because if you, again, ADHD, out of sight, out of mind. So if you don't see it, it doesn't exist. So this is a good way, and I found that if I have everything on one page, I can pretty much see all of my expenses and what I've budgeted for it. So on this front page, you have your income, you're gonna put your date, and then I put different areas that are going to be, different for everyone, because not everyone has the same income type, not everyone has the same income source, and not everyone is going to have the same amount, obviously. So income type, what I like to do for, this is, this may change. I don't know if I'm going to keep this or not, but the income type, I was going to put check, cash, direct deposit, things like that. So if you regularly maybe get cash, or if you're a freelancer and you get checks from people, you get cash from people, you get Venmo from people, this would be a good way to track what type of income that you're getting. So where, like the source of it, or excuse me, not the source, the actual, yeah, I guess the type. So then over here, this is where you put all your totals. Let's see if you can see this. Let's zoom you in a little bit. Sorry, bear with me. I am just getting started with this YouTube thing, so I'm trying to be doing my best. I'm doing my best, guys. So here, let's see. Whoops, let's go the other way. We want this way. So it's going to be income, fixed expenses, variable expenses, savings, sinking funds, unbudgeted, and remaining. So again, not everyone tracks things like this right out to sinking funds, variable expenses, things like that. So this is also going to be a customizable module for you, because yeah, like I said, not everyone, and especially if you have ADHD, you're not going to be a crazy budgeter. We're not CPAs. So, well, maybe some of us are, but maybe most of us who have ADHD are either chronic, like overspenders, not paying attention to it, or am I just talking about myself? So there's going to be different sections for all of your categories in your life. So housing, obviously, food, other. So food, I put like groceries, eating out, lunch, I don't know, wherever else you might get food. Other, this may become a little bit bigger because other might be a different, I guess like a different, we just might need more room. So then next would be utilities, and that's very self-explanatory, and transportation, medical, let's see, zoom out a little bit. We're gonna have personal, entertainment, unbudgeted, which is gonna be, it probably should be its own page, fixed and variable. And then you can put your totals here. So what I envision is that you will take all of your expenses that you have here on this page, and I don't know, we're gonna go the other way. Like I said, I am new to this. So take everything that's on this page and basically take all your expenses that are going to be fixed, put them in the fixed category down here. So then all your variable expenses are gonna go down here in this little box. And then you take those totals and you put them up here in this little box, because if I put all the totals at the bottom, if you're like me, you don't like writing on the edge of paper. So you can either take the page off because it's going to be disc bound, or I just figured that it would be much easier to write down all your totals up here, because you're gonna have just a few fixed expenses and variable income or variable expenses. So it's just easier to write it up here, in my opinion. That's just me though. So the next page, that's going to be the next part of the budget, is going to be your budget and expenses. So this might be 2 pages, we haven't decided yet. And this is just basically line items. So it's your date, your category, what you budgeted, what the actual amount was, and then if you were plus or minus, if you were over or under. So I might add a total line, I haven't decided yet, like I said. And then the next one is gonna be sinking funds. So this is gonna be your category, your beginning balance, what you added or what you took out, and then your ending balance. So this way you can keep track of it too if you track your sinking funds, or if you have sinking funds. Then the very last page is gonna be your savings. This is just what I have so far. There's gonna be some more that I think I'm gonna add, but this is just what I've mocked up at the moment that I can share. And so savings is gonna be essentially the same. So your category, whether you have specific savings accounts, or if your category can also be for what you're saving for. Your beginning balance, add plus what you added, what you took out, ending balance. So say you're gonna save up for a new planner, then you would put that in there. So I figured we can just kind of go through, and I'll go through my budget with you, which, like I said, these are just arbitrary numbers. It's not necessarily what I make. Some of these bills are the exact amount, some of them are not. So let's see, let's get the pens handy. Whoops, the ones that we need one of these. And then we are going to need, do I want to do this in black? I guess I will, because pink might be hard to say. Obviously, that is my favorite color, pink. I wear a lot of pink. I love pink. So let's just get right on over into this. So let's say we're gonna go income. I'm just gonna say we got it on the 1st, and it was direct deposit, and the income source was work, and we're just gonna say $2,000. And then next one is gonna be, I don't know, say I got a check for on the 5th for, I don't know, if I owned a rental property. Rental. And that was $1,200. And then, I don't know, we got paid again on the 15th. Direct deposit. And that was also from work. And that was also $2,000. So then for your income, then you would take this and you would go over to your income and add all these up, which is, wow, 4, 5, 2, wow, no, that is not right. See, I've already made mistakes. See, this is why I've got whiteout handy, because I don't do math very often. Well, I do, it's just not in my brain and on camera. So that would be 5,200. And then we'll just say housing. So we'll just go, mortgage is, I don't know, we'll go $1,250. I don't know, you live somewhere really cheap. So, and then the little checkbox that you paid it. And then food, we'll just say groceries. Groceries. See, look at this. Good gosh, I am just on the struggle bus today. Is anyone else just, sometimes whenever you're like under pressure, someone's watching you, you completely mess up, and you forget how to type, you forget how to write, you forget how to do everything. So we'll just go $300 for groceries, and we'll just go eating out, because my boyfriend usually pays, we'll just say $50 because he is a gentleman. I don't pay for food almost never when we go out. It's great. Which means that I order all the sides and all the dessert. I have Google storage count, so this is actually a real amount, and this is Google, and that is $9.99 per month, and that already came out for this month, so we'll just put a little check mark there. The next one is Cricket. I think it's like Premium Access or whatever it's called. I have that for $9.99, and that has not come out yet, but I'm just gonna put a little check mark there because I like putting check marks. So next we are going to go down to utilities, and let's just say electric, which the song comes into my brain, and it will just say that I budgeted $100. Next thing is going to be internet, which, like I said, actually is $100, and that is the biggest scam that I know of, which is internet, because where I live, you have maybe 2 providers, and we'll just say $100 for cell phone too, just for easy math. Because where I live, you have 1 provider, 2 providers maybe, and if you live in a certain area, which is pretty rural, you only have 1 provider, and they can pretty much charge you whatever they want. So it's kind of a pain, and that's actually with a discount. I want to say the plan itself is actually closer to $200 a month, which is insane. I remember when I was living in Atlanta, and I paid for internet, and I got unlimited internet, and it was like $40 a month. It's crazy. So let's just say transportation is going to be gas, and we'll just go $100. And then we'll go car payment, which I don't know if I want to make a section for debts or not, but we'll just say $500 for a car payment. Wow, that's not a great zero. I don't like that. Gosh, guys, I've forgotten how to write today. The amount of money I should have invested in whiteout, because I use so much of it. I should have stock in it. Medical, I'm gonna put meds, because most of you, if you have ADHD, you're probably on medication, and I'm just gonna say $50. And we'll just say check mark because, you know, we haven't checked off anything. Let's check off something over there. How about here too? Why not? So we'll just move these pens and we'll go to personal, which will be, I don't know where to categorize this. I'm gonna say, I guess, what would Amazon Prime be? Is it other? We'll go Amazon Prime as other. Amazon, which is $14.99 per month. That is a real number. If you have Amazon Prime, that is how much you pay per month. And then for entertainment, because I don't have anything else besides YouTube Premium, and that is $6.99 per month. So we'll just say a check mark because I have not paid for that yet. And let's just add up some, whoops, otherwise, see, I still don't know. I'm like struggling today. So this will be, we'll go down to our fixed and variable. So my fixed income, can you tell I'm a college student because I have like a TI 84 plus. So your fixed expenses are going to be like your mortgage. So $1,250 plus car payment, which is $500. Utilities, which is going to be $100. So if you're new to budgeting or tracking your fixed or variable income, so your fixed expenses are the ones that are not going to change per month. So you know what I should actually do? We will do this. We will do some highlighting. Stabilo, sponsor me. I use Stabilo Boss highlighters for everything. So I'm going to make fixed expenses purple. So everything that doesn't change basically is going to be a fixed expense. So it is fixed, it's a fixed number. So I use, you know, mortgage, subscriptions, anything that's going to be, you know what it's going to be every month. So that's going to be a fixed expense. That's a fixed expense. That's a fixed expense. These might change throughout, you know, annually, but they don't change per month. So like your electric is going to be something that changes every month. My internet doesn't change every month. It's always $100. My cell phone does change. So mortgage, YouTube is also going to be a fixed expense because that doesn't change per month. And then my car payment is going to change, or it doesn't change per month. Gas is going to change, groceries might change, eating out might change. So all the things that do change are going to be a variable expense, and we're going to make those pink because why not? So gas is going to be variable, groceries, eating out, electric, cell phone. So those are expenses that are always going to come out. Oops, and medication. Because my medications are never the same amount. I don't know if yours are, but mine, I feel like, are never the same amount. Okay, water time. Again, because if you're like me and you are on any kind of ADHD medication, you are constantly thirsty. So let's see, let's just clear this out. So fixed expenses are gonna be everything that's in purple. So we'll go $1,250 plus $9.99 plus $9.99 plus $14.99 plus $100 plus $500 plus $6.99. And that brings us to, we're gonna go, oh, I could have just written it down here. What am I doing? See, I just changed this today. I just changed this layout today. So I'm still getting used to this. So we're just gonna move this. Sorry for the loud noise, but fixed expense, we're gonna say mortgage, $1,250. See, I'm just screwing up left and right. Google, Cricket, $9.99, $9.99, internet, car payment, and YouTube Premium. Which brings us to, which, yeah, I might make this bigger. I don't know. Tell me, what do you guys think down below in the comments? Let me know what you guys think, if this needs to be bigger, if we want to make it another page by itself. I'm open to feedback. I want to know what you guys think, because this is just, it's, you know, it's like version or iteration like 18, but still, I'm always going to be improving, changing, adjusting, $18.91 and 96 cents. Talking and writing, not good for someone who has ADHD. So next thing is gonna be variable expenses. So that'll be groceries, eating out, gas, meds, electric, and cell phone. So these are just what I'm estimating them to be. So groceries, 300, eating out might be 50, but this is just kind of what I'm allocating for for it. I don't drive very often, not because I don't, not because I don't like to or can't. I just, because I work from home and my school is all online, I don't drive a lot, so I don't spend a lot on gas. I only maybe fill up once a month, maybe. So electric, we'll just say 100, which it's probably not that much, but it might be pretty close because it's where I live is cold. So I paid my ADHD tax today. And if you've never heard of ADHD tax, it's where it's exactly what it sounds like. You pay the tax for having ADHD. So I forgot to turn, so this starts with the fact that this is a short, small tangent while I do some math over here, but I bought a new chair yesterday. So I bought a new office chair because I've had this chair, my office chair, since probably 2013, 2014. I've had it forever. So it finally gave the ghost and I've lost a wheel. I've had a missing wheel, like cracked, for probably a year at least. And so then yesterday, 2 days ago, I'm kind of like, I turn really fast and I break another wheel and it just falls off. And then like an hour later, another wheel falls off. And so I was like, okay, this is the sign from the universe that I need to get a new chair. So I buy a chair yesterday, go to Office Depot, get a chair, same one, which because I am a masochist, apparently, I'm just gonna keep buying the same chair. Also only because it was only $100. So I had my boyfriend put it together because we bartered. Well, again, if you are like me and are neurodivergent, you have certain tasks that are just, you don't like doing and you don't want to do them if you don't do things when you don't want to do them. So I did not want to put together this chair. So my boyfriend put it together for me, but in exchange, I had to clean up after dinner, which is fine, which I didn't really mind. So I you put all the food away, but then he made burgers. So there's like freaking grease everywhere and he made tater tots and he fried them. So there's tater tot grease everywhere. And I was like, ugh, what did I sign up for? So he puts together the chair and so he runs pretty hot. He's also from somewhere that's cold. So he always runs somewhere in the range of like 100 degrees all the time. Not literally, but he's always hot. So he's always sweating. So he was putting together this chair and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to turn off the heat. And I'm just gonna turn it off while you're doing this and just crack a window so that way, you cool down for a little bit. So long story short, I forgot to turn the heat back on before I went to bed last night. And I woke up to it being freezing in my house. It was because I live somewhere very cold and it was probably 10 degrees last night. So it was freezing when I woke up. It was at like 61 degrees. And so I paid my ADHD tax this morning. It was very cold. And then I didn't have any hot water. So that was just a real good time. So we'll go groceries, 300 plus 50 plus 100 plus 50 plus 100 plus 100. So that is $700 for variable. So plus, so we're gonna go right up here. So fixed expenses is $18.90. 196 and variable is going to be $700. That is not pretty. So going to the back page, we will put in some expenses that we had this month, which, let's see, what do I have? So we'll just say, and like I said, these are just arbitrary numbers. I'm just kind of making them up, but it gives you an idea of how to use this, how to track it, and give you a little bit of, some budgeting tips maybe. I don't know. So we will just say, let's see if I'll zoom you in. Nope, see, I still can't get this thing right. So we'll go on the 1st, we bought groceries. I budgeted $300 and I spent, I don't know, $250. On the 1st day of January, we paid our mortgage. And that was $1,250 we budgeted for, and we paid $1,250. So, where's my green pen? There's my green pen. So, we are plus $50 because we came in under budget for $50 on the groceries. We're not gonna put anything for the mortgage because that was exactly the same amount. Electric came out on the 1st, and we'll say we budgeted $100 and it was actually $96.38, which we were under by $362, if my math is correct. If it's not, sorry. This is just for show. Internet, we'll also say, I don't know, the 5th. We budgeted $100 and it was $100. So again, sensory issues, like my sleeves keep falling down and it's super annoying. Okay, and we're back. Apparently my dog was choking on something. Not really choking, but she was just coughing. Poor girl. So internet, 100, which is all the same. Where were we? So we'll just say the 5th again. For posterity's sake, YouTube Premium, we budgeted $6.99 and $6.99. So going down the list, we'll go cell phone. We budgeted 100. I don't know, the 10th. I don't know what day my cell phone comes out. And let's just say it was $120. So we were over by $20. So next one, Amazon Prime, we budgeted $14.99 and it was $14.99. So same price, which is a real steal. If you buy a lot of things off Amazon like I do, and you live somewhere where it costs a lot to ship it, then that is a great deal. I will pay that $14.99 per month. I do not mind, because otherwise it's like $30 to ship stuff where I live. Google, Cricket. Just say the 20th. I need to add in a car payment. We'll just say that comes out on the 21st. Yeah, that sounds good. Budgeted 500 and it was actually 500. So that is the same. And did I put in gas? I don't think I put in gas. Gas, I don't know, I'll just say we filled up on the 30th and that was $100 and we only spent, say, $80. So we were under by $20. Yay! Which never happens when you have ADHD. You are almost never under budget, especially when you're overspending. I think that's everything, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What am I missing? Electric, car payment. You guys are probably seeing it. Internet, eating out. Oh, eating out. Let's just say eating out. Yeah, say I budgeted $50 and I paid nothing. So that means it's like that $50 never existed. So 131. So that would be a typical expense month that you would write out. So if you might benefit, see, God, one of these days I will get this right, which direction I go. So if you want to have another column, if you think that this layout's not beneficial, let me know, and then I can always move it around. And then on all the pages, I'm including this little note section, so you can always write little notes on the bottom. That's just me because I like to have little notes or little things, and I can just say, like, I can just make a note or something and just say eating out, boyfriend paid for dinner. I don't know, whatever you'd want to write down here. Or if you want to do like math, you could do whatever you want down here. You could doodle, you could literally write whatever you want down here. But I'm leaving little notes on here. Let me know if that's beneficial or if that would be something that would be helpful to have on pretty much every page. So sinking funds, we're gonna be the same. So let's just say I have sinking funds. I wrote out a couple so I didn't forget. If you do sinking funds, this is gonna be a mini savings account, basically. There are a lot of videos, and maybe I'll go into one on my channel about what sinking funds are, what the benefits are, things like that. So again, if you are neurodivergent or if you have trouble spending, or well, both spending and saving, then having sinking funds is a really nice way to kind of allot for certain things that you know you're going to need, but you don't want to see it kind of come out all at once. So moving in, I got it right this time. So that's a little too close. Let's just go back a little bit. So let's just say I have a one for beauty. I have a beauty sinking fund, and I had, I don't know, 3, 7, 6, 4, 0. Those are just random numbers. And I add $100 each month to it. So now, and I took out, I don't know, 25, 40. So what would that be? So that would leave me with 376, oops, 40 plus 100 minus 25, 40. Why didn't I pick like easier numbers? That's not right. 376, 40 plus 100 would be 476, 40. Struggling today, man. Minus 25, 40. Okay, 451, which means that I would have 451 in that account. So just say I have clothes. Let's just pick some easier numbers for the sake of time and the internet and my brain. So just say I have clothes. I had $200 in that account at the beginning of the month, and then I added $100, but then I took out $100, meaning that I still have $200 in that account. Let's just say I have, I don't know, car insurance. That would be a good example of a sinking fund. You had $500 in there for your semi-annual premium. You added $200 and you took out nothing. So now you have $700 in that account. Entertainment, I don't know, vacation, entertainment and vacay. Let's just say that. So say you have a vacation fund. You have $1,000 in that account. You added $300, but for entertainment you took out $100. So that would leave you with $1,200 in that account for entertainment or a vacation. Another one that I would probably have is for my dog. Her name is Luna. So say I had for like vet bills, things like that, emergency surgeries. She's a German Shepherd, so she may have hip dysplasia later down the road. So I like to have a small fund for that. Let's just say I had 26, 40. Why do I keep picking 40 as my number? And then I added $100 per month. And so I took out nothing. So now we have 2740. Another one that you could do would be like gifts. $200. You added $200. You took out $100 for gifts for, say it was Christmas or you bought a birthday gift. So now you have $300. What would be another sinking fund that you could have? Home repairs. Or you could have car maintenance. So you could have home repairs and say you have 5,000 in that sinking fund or something, or whatever you have. So then you would add in 500 per month, and then you would have nothing. So then you'd have 5,500. But you guys kind of understand what it, how it works now. So that would be exactly how much it would be. So that's your sinking funds, and then the same kind of thing for your savings. So your category would be, say you're saving for a new house, and then you would have your beginning balance, how much you added, how much you took out, and then what your ending balance is. So it's pretty straightforward as far as what you get on the on the budget overview, the sinking funds, your expenses, and your savings. So it's pretty easy to follow. I would like to think, as someone with like I said, ADHD, it's not too complicated, where I've seen budgets that are so unnecessarily complicated to someone who, and for someone who has ADHD, you cannot stick with tracking that, and you will not be able to continue to do it. So I figured this would be kind of a good way to kind of show you what I normally do for my budgets. This is what I'm going to do. There's going to be more to it for the actual budget pack itself for the planner. So yeah, give me some ideas. If you think of anything else that you would like to see in this, let me know. Put it down in the comments below. And I think that's it. So I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.